don't remember feeling like it was ever not going to work.
I don't think there wasn't a plan B, and so there wasn't a choice but to make it work. I think so many people, whether it's in starting a business or thinking about buying a home, get frozen in this fear of what if, right? But they forget about the positive what ifs. Like, what if I actually can buy a house? What if I actually can give my family the stability that I've been dreaming of for 10 years? What if this crazy idea actually works and you're able to create 40, 50 jobs and help 800 people buy a home? We first started thinking about Braustin after my wife and I had bought a car from CarMax, and it was an incredible experience. We didn't have to talk to anybody. My wife and I were able to do it all online, over the phone, and we only saw someone in person when we went to go sign a couple pieces of paper and pick it up. And that kind of got us thinking, you know, these homes are built at factories, they're built on wheels, they're designed to be drop ship wherever they're going. There just wasn't a modern buying experience like that anywhere in the factory-built housing industry. The biggest challenge is we had to build an extreme amount of trust with people to just take a chance on us.
Yeah, so the problems we wanted to address is families who were purchasing affordable housing weren't given the transparency they deserve. So we wanted to make the process as transparent as possible for them, just so it was an easy buying experience. And whether you're purchasing $1 million home or $100,000 home, we thought you should be treated with the honesty and same respect throughout the whole process.
We just didn't think the modern consumer wanted an experience that their folks had back in the 80s. So we were asking buyers to do something that just hadn't been done before.
We've really used technology to limit our cost as an organization. By doing that, we just don't have to charge the families that we help as much as everybody else. We don't have all these big fancy dealerships with all this enormous staff throughout the state and throughout the country.
I remember our very first day, Jason came over to my house. We were gonna do this from home because, you know, we didn't have office money at the time. And he got there and my 3 kids wanted to put on a full-blown talent show for Uncle Jason, which was cool, but not really conducive to getting stuff done. And so we looked at each other like, this ain't gonna work. So we called a buddy of mine. He had an office down South San Antonio. He said we could crash on his couch, use one of his desks for a while. But then the second day there, his internet shut down or something went out. And so that's what led us to Geekdom downtown, which I really think is where this all kind of kicked off. You know, we had to have an office. It was $50 a month, free internet, free printers, free all the things that we didn't have money for at the time. But that's what led us down the path we're at now, which kind of forced us to start thinking differently about the solutions to how we're going to solve those problems. We weren't ready for someone to actually say yes. We weren't ready for someone to actually want to buy. And there were so many things we didn't have figured out or in place the way we do now. You know, we really lucked out with Leroy. Hey y'all, it's Alberto at Braustin Mobile Homes, and I'm out here with Leroy. We're putting the finishing touches on their home and getting them ready to move in and getting ready for a graduation party this weekend, right? Yes, we are. Probably the most patient Custy we've ever had. Him and his wife, Michelle. I mean, we were real upfront with them. Hey, we just got started. You know, there's gonna be some bumps along the way, but we know how to do this. We're just gonna have to figure this out together. But without your first one, you never get to number 800.
It was unreal seeing it from the virtual reality to actual reality. And as you can see behind me, I mean, the house is here. We've walked through it.
All of the families we help are great, but it's those where it's a no. And then you just watch them and they dig and find ways and keep going. And they have a whatever it takes mentality.
Like that teacher.
Miss Ellen Brock.
Jason called her, hey, you did it. You finally made this happen. I think she'd been trying for almost 2 years.
Yeah.
A bunch of second graders asking her what's wrong. But she just bought a house. She was excited.
Yeah, I've been in sales since I was 18 years old, and that by far is the most memorable and best experience I had at the time. It was incredible to see her do that. Pretty sure I started crying too.
And then right in the middle of that, COVID hit.
So your company is ahead of the game when it comes to virtual tours. So give us a quick background on how you and your brother have used technology to help first-time home buyers tour a place.
Yeah, so we started with a focus on helping people buy entirely online and over the phone. And as we've continued to move and evolve, we've relied heavily on customer feedback. And one of the things we kept hearing is, this is a big purchase. It'd be nice if we could physically see it. So we've been working for several months on how do we allow them to physically see a home while staying in line with the online buying process.
We were already building a dealership down in South San Antonio that looked like a physical dealership, had homes, models people could actually physically walk through, but it incorporated video chat systems to talk to one of our homies, one of our team members. It just so happened to be the safest way to buy a home. And that really just kind of took off from there. And so I think just along the way, but that's why we'll figure it out, will forever be a core value. At this point, just core to our DNA.
It's my job to be the biggest raving fan of the company we're building, right? It's what I'm supposed to be. And at this point, head, shoulders, knees, and toes, it's Braustin hat, Braustin shirt, now I got the tattoo on the knee, and always got some kind of Braustin shoes on.
I think one of the biggest differentiators is we've got a team just chock full of people that actually give a dang. It's this all hands on deck mindset. How do we wake up tomorrow and be better than we were the day before? And that directly impacts the consumer. They get to benefit from all of this focus and time and energy and money into improving the customer journey.
One of the really neat parts about our process is our sales team, they're really just focused on helping families out, finding out what they're looking for and helping them out. Our prices are already posted, so they can't adjust those. So it's just, what are you looking for? What are you looking to accomplish here? And then after they figure that out, then they go and see all of our homes, and the sales rep virtually stays with them. They go in to our show models, and we have these amazing portals in each one of our houses to where if they need something, the sales representative is there to still help them out, answer all their questions. But the families we help get to go through the process without somebody hovering over them.
It allows us to be more efficient, and it costs us less to run our locations than the traditional method, which means we can sell the same thing for less and still operate as a business.
A really nice service that we offer, our service team is all in-house, right? And the benefit of that is when you buy a home, the factory you buy it from, they don't have technicians that go out to the location, right, and service your home. We didn't want the enjoyable part of the process to end when the families we were helping purchase the home. We wanted them to continue to work with the Braustin team member all the way out the process, from the first call to when your home is finally done, to even going throughout the warranty process. It's Braustin the whole way. You don't ever have to make any new relationships with different teams. I think that's a huge difference.
And everything we've built along these years has always been through the eyes of the customer. What do they want? Listening to the feedback, what makes it easier, more enjoyable to buy. And to them, the buying of a home and the financing of a home, it's all one journey, it's one experience. How do we merge those into one seamless product, one seamless experience for the next person that calls on us to help build their new house? As we enter 2024, Braustin continues to be a thought leader in the industry. We've become one of the top retailers in the state. One of the biggest shifts in market trends and customer needs we just saw over the last year, interest rates on homes jumped from the 2s to the 7s. And so really it's given us an opportunity. These people are now giving our industry a look in a way that maybe they wouldn't have done in the past. This ain't grandma's trailer home. These homes have come leaps and bounds, and Energy Star rated. We've got net zero homes, solar ready day one. And so it's been really fun and exciting to showcase the product in the industry to people that are giving it a look for the first time because they need a house, right? And the home they thought they were gonna buy yesterday is just not affordable anymore. We'll be bringing in our first tiny homes, actually called the Braustin, as part of our 7th birthday present to us. at the end of January. And then also adding a modular product, a modular component to our online catalog of homes. I think this industry is going to be more relevant in the next 3-5 years than it's ever been throughout my career. And it's exciting to be building a company that's going to play a part in that. So we just launched, I think, our 7th version of a website now in September. The goal behind it was to allow someone to answer all their questions without ever needing to talk to us. We love talking to Custys, but we want to talk to them when they feel like they're ready. We were able to build that functionality where there's payment estimators, and not just on the home itself. Now when you're looking at the options and the upgrades, now you can see, all right, if I click that, it's an extra $8 a month. It really allows Custys to build their homes in line with knowing what that's going to do to their budget, and let them shop and build and customize their home in the way we do everything else. As far as I know, that was the first time when we launched that in September in the history of this industry that a Custy could do all of that and instantly see what that monthly payment would look like. And it was just another step further for us to continue to double down on this transparency that we started off way back when 7 years ago. We wanted to build a industry-wide solution. I think this realization that we're not going to change the industry by ourselves, so how do we build products and tools that allow us and our partners to go do that together? And at some point, I can't tell you exactly when, but you'll be able to buy a home in Arizona and in Maine online the same way you do in Texas. And I don't know what it looks like, I don't know what it's called, but I do know even 7 years ago, the plan was to build a national brand, and that hasn't changed. Through our website, you see that's your first introduction to who we are, what we're about. And what you see there is what you get when you call and talk to Aaron or Brandy or Miguel. Like, we are who we are on social media, our website. When you call and talk to us, our service team, we are who we are when they show up. What you see is kind of what you get. Our company's built on that grit and that mindset, which is no different than the Custys that call on us. Right? That's the same life they're living. And I think, you ask what makes us different. We are them, all right? We're not big corporate. We don't come from multi-million-dollar families. Like, we built this with blood, sweat, and tears, the same way that they're building whatever life they're trying to build and buy a home to support. And so it allows us to build something, an experience for people that we understand because we are them. And that's very much what I think we're all about.